going to try to make this quick. I'm really going to try to make this quick. Brian Flores is Kaepernick 2.0. And FYI, I don't know who needs to hear this. I think a lot of people need to hear this because a lot of people just don't know. Brian Flores is not black. He's not African American. He's not black. He's from Honduras. His parents are from Honduras. So he's Hispanic. He's not black. So just like to throw that out there, full disclaimer for some people out here, screaming like, oh, a black man, there's no fool, he ain't black. Just gonna throw that out there. So this idiot sits here and busts basically a Kaepernick. It's precisely a Kaepernick. He doesn't like it. He feels that he should have been given the New York job. I don't know why. He felt that he was entitled to that. I mean, who gives a shit about your feelings and what you feel you're entitled to? But he didn't get it. And he wants to sit here and cry racism. And there's a lot of people with a lot of opinions, but I don't think people even read the lawsuit. Because if you read the lawsuit, it's baseless. He can't prove racism at all. He's saying like, oh, and then he stabs Belichick in the back, and then he sits here and says like, oh, that Belichick sent him a text saying, congratulating him, he was the right person for the job or whatever the heck. And he was upset because he hadn't even interviewed yet. Welcome to freaking corporate America. Do you know how HR even works? They have quotas to fill their diversity and inclusion crap. Like, some people just do it as a formality. Not even with like diversity. Just do it as a formality to say, oh yeah, we interviewed these 10 people for this position, but really they already had a person who they wanted, but they had to just go to be formal about it. So who cares? You put your big boy panties on, in his case. Put your big boy pants on, you sit there, go to the interview, blow them away. Heck, look what happened to Harbaugh. He sat there, didn't he miss the signing day in Michigan, took his crew over to the freaking Vikings. I swear to God he had that job, and then leaves and go back to Michigan and sign. What was that about? What happened? See, I need to know that drama and what happened. Something happened. I have no idea what, but something did. It's the same thing. Blow them away, do an excellent job. Honestly, I feel like he was going to get a coaching job to begin with anyway. I think, honestly, he was going to go with the Houston Texans. And then they hired, I think it's Lovie Smith and, whatever. The rest is history. This guy isn't going to get a job. He just isn't going to get a job. But the NFL is going to bend over like the little bia that they are, give him some money, and he's sitting here saying about hiring practices. This happens literally everywhere. And you're crying, but the thing is, everyone's like, well, LA has to show this, and nobody has to show anything. He has the burden to prove. Brian Flores, Hispanic Brian Flores, has the burden to prove racism, and he doesn't. It's baseless. Just because you felt you should have had a job and somebody else got it, cry me a freaking river. Let's move on. His smallest violin. Same thing with Miami. You didn't get along with the GM. The GM is black, so you weren't racist they weren't racist when you got hired. They weren't racist when you got fired, and then all of a sudden they're racist. Make that make sense. I'm just saying. Nowhere. And then in the lawsuit, they quote Black History Month and Martin Luther. Again, you're not black. And then he wants to sit here, Brian Flores wants to sit here and criticize the hiring practices, saying, how diversity and they need more head coaches and this and that. But the very thing that he's accusing the NFL of doing, he did. Who's represented him? Who is representing him? 2 white men. So you're telling me, out of all the attorneys in this country, there were no qualified black men or Hispanic, any minority, Asian, black, Hispanic. So there were no Indian, Kamala Harris. So there were no black, no minorities attorneys that could represent you, just white people. Oh, I see. Very convenient. People need to stop throwing stones. For me, he's never going to get a job again. But this is going to be another Kaepernick. He threw a tantrum. Oh my God, I should have had this job. Just be a grown-ass man. Where are the real men at? I'm so sick of this crap already. Quit crying like a little bitch. He's gonna be exposed. And I hope the NFL does not bend over, but they are. You already know how they are. They're gonna sit here. What was it? The Rooney family really came out and started talking something about the Rooney Rule, which is complete BS, needs to be eliminated. I don't care what you look like. You can be freaking purple. Can you coach? Can you play? Can you do the job? I don't care what you look like. Can you do it? And apparently he couldn't do it. He would have had a job, but now he's not. And he wants to sit here. He's like, I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my family. First of all, your wife is white. Just gonna throw that out there. I'm just saying. And your kids are well off. So what is it that you're doing it for your family? Your family for what? You're a millionaire. They got money. Y'all have money. So what exactly are you trying to show your children how to, file a baseless claim of racism towards the NFL? Is that what you're trying to? Anyway, the saga continues. Elway's pissed off, by the way. There is no loyalty. I cannot believe this man threw Belichick under the bus. He's making this like the cornerstone of his lawsuit, as in Belichick did something but give him a job. And the thing is, he wants to sit here and cry racism. And you know what? It's damn if you do and damn if you don't. Look at Miami. Look at all the minorities that they have. And they sit here and hire him and fire him, and they want to sit here and he wants to say and call them racist. You damn if you do, and you damn if you don't. Why are they going to want to hire you? Why would any organization want to hire you? Why? They won't. This is it. It's over. He dug his own grave, and now he just has to sleep in it, and that's it.